friends! So today we are going to be doing something really fun. If this outfit looks familiar, it's because I am filming 3 videos right now. This is the second one of the 3. I am testing out the Physicians Formula foundation for you guys. And now, since I had to do my makeup for that video, I decided I wanted to do a quick little tutorial for you guys on how to use the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk Palette. I know this has been out for a while. I recently put it in a Slays and Nays, and it was a slay, obviously, because, like, are you kidding? This is the prettiest palette on the face of the planet. I am so obsessed with this palette. I've used it quite a bit since I've gotten it. I like it because you can do really crazy outlandish looks, but you can also do really natural, simple looks. I brought this to Florida and used this in the Jaclyn Hill palette like every single day. Yeah, beautiful, stunning. So I've done a couple looks with this on my channel, and every time I post the video, but I've never like filmed me doing the look with it. So every time I post it, people are like, girl, we need a tutorial on this look. So I'm gonna just do a quick little look with this to show you guys kind of what I do, how I do it. I'm gonna walk you through it a lot. So if you are a really good at makeup person, this might be a little boring for you, but I've been noticing the biggest thing I hear when I hear people talk about tutorials. Now, I know not a lot of people watch tutorials anymore. I still do, because I think you can always improve and better yourself. And I think by watching tutorials is a really good way to do that and get some new techniques, learn some new skills. Everyone that I talk to, I even met a girl. I met a girl at, it was like this, I went to this random like chicken bar. It was literally like, well, they only serve chicken. And she was like, I love your makeup. And she was like, I want to learn how to do makeup, but all the beauty gurus go way too fast. And I was like, I have a YouTube channel. If you're watching this, hello, thanks for subscribing. But she said all the beauty gurus go way too fast for me. And I get that a lot on like Twitter and in my comment section. People are always like, the beauty gurus go way too fast. So I'm going to really kind of walk you through exactly what I do, at least on one eye, and then I'll probably just zoom through the other, and show you kind of what brushes I use to achieve what I'm doing, just so you guys can actually, if you have this palette or if you have something similar, you can actually try and recreate this look for yourself. So if you're not really into that, I apologize and you can click off. But if you are and you want to learn how to do a cool, fun look with this, we are going to be doing that today. Let's do it. All right. So we have this palette right here. Like, she is so pretty. I wish my face looked like this. All right. This is what it looks like. So just to start off, first of all, highly recommend this little Arsty makeup brush color remover. You can get it for like $3 on Amazon. I don't know how I did my freaking makeup before. This is just such a good, useful little thing to have if you do your makeup a lot. So I'm going to take, it is the same size as this little blending brush we will be using later. It's definitely like a similar size. It is a lot denser, whereas this one, which is a blending brush, is a lot fluffier. So I'd recommend taking a little bit of a denser angled brush. And I am just going to go in with this shade Desert Sand right here, right at the top, this white shade. And this is just, I did prime and set my eyes, but this is just to set them even a little bit more and give everything like a super even base. I'm just like patting all of that on. See how the eye color is kind of evened out? I will say though, this makes me like not clean my brushes, and I really should clean them more than I do, but I think everyone should. Nobody cleans their brushes as much as they should. This is just a really floofy like powder brush. It's very loose, very bendable. And I am going to take the shade Eden, which is this pink shade right here. We are going to take her and we are just going to pop her right above the crease. So I have a very defined crease, which makes it hard to do things like cut creases because it's a little bit wrinkly and also a little bit defined. But I am just going to be taking this and just bringing it all up here. And I'm kind of going just below the brow bone. I don't know if you guys can see that there's just a little bit of color there. This is just a transition shade. So when we put more like pops of color on top, we have something to kind of blend it together, mesh it into the skin so it's not just like bright blue. Sometimes that's okay. You can definitely do that sometimes, but when you're trying to do something that's more everyday, you want this to kind of make everything blend. Now I'm going to take this purple shade here, Amethyst. I'm actually recreating, it's pretty similar. This purple is so pretty. I'm kind of recreating a look I did in a previous video. A lot of people commented on that video. See how the purple isn't as intense now? It's a little bit more muted and a little bit more natural. And it also, we have that blend from up here because we're going just a teeny bit lower. I'm using the same brush, by the way. Really going in. I'm focusing mostly on the outer part. I'm not going too far in my crease because I'm going to put a really bright pop there. Yeah, a lot of people commented on that video and were like, we need a tutorial. So here I am, like 3 weeks later, making you that tutorial. Okay, so we have that base of purple. I feel like beauty gurus always say tapered blending brush, but they never really tell you what that means. It means it's the brush that's a little bit thicker here and then gets pointy up here. Sorry, my brushes are so dirty. I really just have been using this color switch. I know I'm trash, okay? They go up and kind of get pointy. That's kind of what tapered means. Just so you guys, I feel like people just say that expecting you to know. And like, I did not know that when I first started doing my makeup. I'm gonna take this shade Oud right here, this brown shade. And you're going to want to go light with this at first before you know kind of the pigment. And I'm just putting this, focusing at my outer corner. I like this brown because it's not too intense. So you can deepen up your outer corner and make it a little bit more, really define that crease right there without it being like black. Because black, as we all know, is the devil. Now this purple also isn't too intense. We're going to go back in with that purple, don't you worry. I'm going to take that blending brush again and just blend that purple a little bit better into the brown. Okay, this is the fun part because this is where you get to put glitter on. I'm going to take just this little packing brush. Thumbnail. I'm going to take the shade Twilight, which is this shade. This is the prettiest shade in the whole thing. Like, come on. I'm going to take it from, I'm not going to spray this and foil it because I like the way this looks when it's not foiled. So you can be the judge of how you would like it. That's like personal preference. I'm going to start on the inner corner here and just bring this all across my lid. Just smear it over my lid, trying not to go above the crease. If you get a little there, nobody's going to care. Nobody cares. And I'm kind of pat dragging, if you can see, all over this eye, and it looks like that. It looks really, really, really pretty. And the reason I kind of drag here and then start patting is because now it's meshing really nicely into the rest of the eye. See how it's not like a strict line? You kind of want that blend. You're going to take the shade Retrograde, which is another shimmer, and I'm going to take that same shimmer brush, and we're just going to pop that more, focusing it towards the middle outer, because this is a more blue-green purple. I'm only going to put a little bit of that. I just want that contrast so it's a little different. I like having a little bit of different textures and colors mixed in with things, because I think ultimately it makes your eyes look a lot cooler. So yeah. I'm going to take this fluffy but a little bit harder, like blending-ish brush, and we are going to go back in with that shade Amethyst, purple shade right here. And we are just going to pat that right here and really make, see how we kept the brown in the crease? Now we're putting this strictly on the outer lid. And we're just patting that into our glitter. Yes, I love this. That, I think, gives it a nice pop. It also makes the contrast with this purple and this glitter, makes the glitter stand out even more, in my opinion. Kind of brings the whole look to life. Yes, 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 yes. This looks so pretty. I love doing this look. And I'm going to take that same blending brush I've been using for everything, and again, just kind of blend everything into the crease, blend it out a little bit, because we really want to avoid harsh lines. That's the biggest way I can tell if someone is kind of a beginner to makeup, is if they have really harsh lines kind of here. It should look kind of seamless. I don't know if I'm even pulling off that effect right now, but I hope I am. It feels like it's pretty blended. Just blend until your hands bleed. Okay. I'm going to take this angelic shade right here, this pink, and I'm going to take a little itty-bitty brush, a little itty-bitty packing brush, and I'm just going to put that on my inner corner. Right here. But again, it's all about the dimension. So we have the different glitters. It's a lot going on, but these the little things you do that you might not necessarily like notice, like putting that first base layer down, might not seem like that matters now. All of it makes it, all of this stuff we're doing makes the look just pop. Like, see how that pink kind of makes my eyes just pop a little bit more? At least I think it does. I'm going to blend it into the pink or the purple just a wee bit more. I don't love how drastic that is. There we go. Yeah, that's cute. Now I'm going to just show you what I would do on the lower lash line. I keep the lower lash line incredibly simple just because I think day-to-day look, it looks really weird if you have like a huge strip of red underneath your eye. I don't know. So I try to do my stuff a little bit natural. So I'm going to take that Eden shade, that pink shade, the light one, and I'm taking just like a blending brush basically. I guess we're going a little bit more intense today because that looks a little crazy. I am also going to take this purple amethyst that we've been using a ton of. And I don't switch colors here when I do this because I feel it makes the colors blend better. I'm putting that right in the outer corner of my eye because, again, I don't want it to be too intense. This went down a little bit lower than I would have liked the pink. So I feel like it doesn't look bad though. When I do darker colors, I do use more of a brush similar to this that is like a flat brush with a really flat top. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I am going to go into that dark shade Oud that we used to deepen the crease, and I'm going to basically keep it really tight to my waterline. I feel like you can pull off the light colors on the bottom being a little bit more free, but I want to precisely place this right there. Almost like a liner. And then we have kind of a, yeah, like that. So yeah, this is how I did that eyeshadow look. I'm going to throw on everything else, and then, yeah, this was basically it. I actually feel like this came out really cute. So I'm going to throw on lashes and everything else, and then I will be back to show you guys how it looks when it's done.